Always a pleasure. And, you know, I have to say, because I film weddings, and it's always just such a nice treat to have you come in with these beautiful flowers that you create. And it's such an art. And you have an art background, but not necessarily in flowers. So why don't you tell me about the whole transition that you experienced between a graphic designer to the flower business?
Yeah, sure. Well, I studied art in school, and so I have a fine art background. And so started off doing graphic design in the Boston area, and then moved up here because we love the mountains, and was doing some freelance work for a couple of companies. And just decided I wanted to do something more hands-on, and luckily stumbled into a great opportunity and bought the shop in 2006 and
never looked back. You have been doing great things, and I've liked your page on Facebook, so I get updates on, you have workshops every month for people that are like, yeah, you know, I just don't have a talent for it. You can teach them how to do these things. What are sort of a sampler of the workshops that you offer?
So through our winter months, our quieter months of the year, we do a class a month. It's usually around the last Tuesday of the month. A couple of weeks ago, we did a terrariums class. So we had a full class of about 8, and everyone got to make a couple of different kinds of terrariums to take home. So they're really hands-on. You know, I demonstrate and I talk a lot about different things that you can do, but then everyone gets to make something and they get to take it home with them. So.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Now, you've been sending us bouquets every week and sort of prepping us for Valentine's Day, I imagine, because it's such a huge day for you, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a busy one for sure. And even though, you know, some people get funny about Valentine's Day saying they don't want to celebrate it, but even if you're not big on it, I think getting a bouquet of flowers is special.
Oh, it is special. It just, you know, and people are like, oh, it's over-commercialized or whatever, but it really is a nice thought. And, you know, for the husbands and the wives that are watching, but mostly the husbands, it is still a nice gesture, you know, to remember your loved one.
And with us, you know, we do such unusual bouquets. We use the highest quality flowers available, that you're not only just coming in and grabbing a bouquet, but you're coming in and grabbing something really amazing that will really, really surprise someone.
Now, how do you find the flowers that you bring into the shop?
So we use some select growers. We're pretty picky about who we use. All of our roses come from a farm that is environmentally friendly, sustainable, has good practices, not only the environment, but with their workers, and it's in Ecuador. So we'll be bringing in a lot of different garden roses for Valentine's Day.
So what's the difference?
They'll be larger, they're really ruffly, so fragrant that they will fill your house with fragrance, which is really nice. And so we'll have some other kind of more novelty roses to choose from if you want to go that route. But there'll also be lots of other seasonal, you know, beauties. But so that's where our roses come from. And then a lot of our other flowers will be imported from Holland. So all of our tulips and our ranunculus and hyacinths and all these other nice bulb flowers will be coming in.
I'm just going to come hang out in your shop. It's going to smell so good.
Everyone should come in and hang out for a little bit that day, because it is a day that is just filled with magic for sure.
Now, what are your hours and days that you're open?
Yeah, sure. Our shop's open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday, we're open 10 to 5.
Okay.
And on Saturdays, we're open 10 to 2.
Okay, and if they're looking for something for Valentine's Day, they can come in. Are you going to have pre-made bouquets that they can just come in and grab?
Yeah, we're taking orders. We've actually already started receiving orders for Valentine's Day. And, you know, ordering ahead of time definitely kind of allows you to get the really good stuff. So we recommend, if you're particular about what kind of flowers you want, to give us a call ahead and get an order in that you can then just come in and pick up, or we can deliver. And then, of course, there'll just be bouquets that you can come in and grab on the day of Valentine's Day.
So if you have a special rose or something that perhaps you guys get married with, that might be something that you have to special order.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your favorite. What is your favorite flower or bouquet that you like to create?
Yeah. Well, tulips are definitely a favorite. I think, being Holland's, you know, favorite and kind of prized flower, we definitely have them in as long as we can. We've been getting tulip deliveries for quite a while now, and we will throughout the spring, and so that's definitely a favorite. There's so many different varieties of tulips that are lovely. Not only just your, you know, your typical ones you think you'd see at a supermarket, but we get double petaled ones that are fringed and frayed, and ones that are all ruffly parrot tulips, and so that's kind of a favorite. But each season, I think I say, oh, this is my favorite flower. So right now, tulips are definitely my favorite.
And are tulips a sensitive flower to have in the house? Do you have to take care of them any more than any other flower?
No, tulips are pretty easy. They're great as far as like if you come and get some, they don't mind being out of water for a while. So if you're driving a little way home or whatever, they do really well, and they'll rehydrate really easily when you get them home and put them into a vase if you're just grabbing a bunch somewhere. But yeah, any flower care to get it to last long at home is, you know, you don't want to put it in direct sunlight.
Okay.
You want to make sure you're adding in refreshing water to keep it
How often?
longer. Well,
I know sometimes when I've dumped them, I'm like, oh, you poor flower. I feel so bad.
No, sometimes, you know, we expect that someone's going to take a vase home and it'll be lucky if it gets water. And you know, that's all right. Usually we have enough in there that it can feed it for a while. But even if you add some, but if you are daring to take the flowers out and pour it out and refresh it, if you could do that every other day, you definitely would be adding life to your arrangement.
And do you have to cut the stems again when you bring them home?
It is good if you get a bouquet just wrapped, you would want to cut them before putting them into a vase. The stems can very easily, kind of like the way the water is traveling up them can kind of block, and so if you just snip off like, you know, up to an inch on the bottom, you're kind of giving it a new fresh opening to absorb water.
It should be as clean of a cut, I imagine, as possible,
at a nice good angle instead of cutting it flat so it doesn't just sit flat on the vase. If you cut a little bit of an angle, it's going to absorb more water and last longer, and those kind of things will add days to a bouquet for sure.
All right, but start Dutch Bloemen Winkel. They can come in and they can look at the beautiful selection that you have, as well as I'm sure you can provide suggestions. Your website's up on the screen right now, and it's just some of the beautiful creations that you've had. Now, where do you find the inspiration for the bouquets? Because it seems like everyone that you bring to a wedding I've shot is different.
I definitely pride myself in, for wedding work especially, that, you know, I meet my clients. I get them. I understand what they're about, what's important to them, and I want them. The arrangements, our flowers, bouquets, table centerpieces really reflect what, you know, they're like. So that's the biggest compliment ever. And I remember this wedding years ago, down at a camp that a grandma came in, and she looked around. I was setting up, and she's like, "This is just like my daughter Sharon," and she started crying. And I said, you know, that's when I nail it. When it really is, you know, just. You know,
that makes it worth it, because weddings, you know, they're wonderful, but they're high energy. They can be stressful. So it's moments like that you're like, that's why I do it.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
So how do they get in touch with you with weddings, and how far in advance should they plan?
Yeah, our services book up quickly. We are almost booked for the season through October.
That's great,
so we do still have a few available dates, but it's getting pretty tight and pretty slim picking. So we recommend calling as soon as possible. We're already booking into 2014. And our shop phone number is 603 383-9696, and people can call that, or they can stop into the shop during our hours, or visit our website too. It's a great resource, and there's a wedding planning guide on there as well.
Oh, is there? Oh, fantastic. Well, Carrie, thank you so much. Did we get everything that we need to get out?
Yeah, totally. Come by the shop if you haven't. I think, you know, it's a great place to visit, and
that sounds like, oh my gosh, we forgot to mention your dog.
Oh, my dog.
That I wanted you to bring, but you had no idea.
Her. No, I didn't know if she'd get stage fright or not. But yeah, Tulip is our little mascot at the shop, and she's a French bulldog. And
she was a rescue? Right?
No, she wasn't.
I thought she was from a...
No, we had started that route, but ended up not being able to find kind of the right match. So she did come from a breeder, but she is 18 pounds of love, and
she is adorable.
You know, I'm just not as liked as much by my customers anymore now that we have the dog there. She has quite a little fan calling.
Do you take all your own pictures?
We take some. Ann Skidmore took some great ones of her when she was a puppy, and those photos just are large on our walls. And so come by and visit Tulip if anything. Give her a scratch. She loves it.
Awesome. Well, Carrie, thank you so much for joining us. And I think we're going to give this bouquet away. We can do it either during the interview, or we can kind of promote
whatever.
it throughout.
I think. Yeah.
Do you have a question that you want to use, or?
Oh my goodness.
I know. Or do you want us to pull you do, Super Bowl question or something?
Oh no, let's do something flower related.
All right, good. Because with the rest of it's Super Bowl, I'm like, okay. Nothing against Super Bowl, I guess, but I'd rather do flowers. So lay one on us.
Lay one on us.
Yeah,
okay.
no pressure.
No pressure at all. I love it. All right.
What does Dutch Bloemen Winkel mean?
Oh, that's a great one. See, I should. Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to help me with that one.
Okay, I will.
Right, let me grab that phone here.
What does, yeah, well, we all know what Dutch is, but what does Bloemen Winkel mean?
Okay.
And if you know the answer to that, then you win the flower arrangement, and I believe we donated a gift certificate as well.
I think
so
it's
the gift certificate to our shop is for
$25, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. It might be $20.
Yeah, well,
but you can use it towards
$25.
flowers or any of our accessories. Our whole shop is full of beautiful candles and home decorating things.
So look at this bouquet. You can win this right now. The number that you can call is 356-6619. And what is the meaning of Dutch Bloemen Winkel? We got the Dutch part, but what does Bloemen Winkel mean? And you can win that bouquet and a gift certificate to the shop just in time for Valentine's Day. So let's go to the phones. 356-6619. Oops, sorry about that. I can hear the phone ringing on the other line. I just can't answer you here. So 356-6619 if you'd like to take a guess at what Bloemen Winkel means. So we have a bouquet and a gift certificate going out the door right now. Let's see if I got him this time, because I can hear the phone in the other room. I can't get it. I'm sorry, it must be line 3. But Carrie, I won't hold you up anymore. I know you guys are busy at the shop. But thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And good luck with your very busy upcoming wedding season. It should be a lot of fun. And of course, Valentine's Day, stop in the shop. Pre-order just to make sure that you're not left out of this wonderful opportunity to bring home flowers for your loved ones. So Carrie, thanks again.
You're welcome.
All right, folks, we'll take a quick break. I'm going to get the answer from Carrie, so don't worry. If you're